Hi guys, how are you today? Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. I hope you're having a great day so far. For those of you who are new, my name is Eva and this is my little anti-MLM channel. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. You know I appreciate you guys. I don't know why I always say that's so weird. It's probably because it's like I'm just reciting the same intro over and over again, and after a while it gets like this weird tone. But I do really appreciate you guys and thank you so much for subscribing. Keep watching my videos. Take a look at the graph. If you have been watching my videos, if you enjoyed this kind of content, please, click that like and subscribe button. It's free and it would help me out a lot. I was getting so many subscribers, so many. I mean, like I got like 100 and something within a month, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get to 1K soon. And then all of a sudden the algorithm just crushed me. So today we are back to talk about another few MLM fails. And this one is gonna be a ride, so buckle up. There's a few posts and reels that I want to check out, and then there's a video, a little bit of a longer video. I think it's like 7 minutes. I'm gonna leave that for the end. So yeah, as always, I'm on my lunch break. I don't really have a lot of time left. So let's just put a little disclaimer in here and let's get into the video. I also realized ever since I bought the new camera, something changed with the mic. Okay, so the first one that we are gonna go through is a little bit of a post. So this one says, love that Arbonne chose the word imagine to be the new focus of our training conference this year. When I started this business at the beginning of the year, I was under the impression I'd probably do it for a month or two and then probably flake. Man, was I wrong. The community and family that this company creates has been amazing. There are so many people that work hard day in, day out and bring others along with them. It's so much more than a line of nutrition supplements and skincare. It's groups of individuals who don't have an ounce of quit in them. A group that has a vision and a sight set on big goals and dreams. It's a group of individuals who bring out the best in you and push you to the new limits. I used to put the limits on myself all damn time, but I'm starting to figure out that until you stop limiting yourself, you won't reach your God-given potential. The sky is the limit if you just imagine it and believe it. This training is rolling and we aren't stopping anytime soon. So here we have a little bit of a religion being involved in it, right? But yeah, sky is the limit. I guess they are big into like manifestation and things like that. At least like all the Huns and bros that I've come across so far, all of them are into just manifest and it's gonna come true. And I think that's a good attitude to have. I think it's very good to have a positive attitude towards stuff. It's good to have like a vision board. It doesn't have to be like a proper actual vision board, but it's good to have some goals set for yourself. It's good to aim for big things, but it's also good to celebrate small victories. But all of that goes to shit when we remember that this is an MLM hunt talking about a pyramid scheme, in my own opinion. So moving on. So this one says, which one are you? There are two types of entrepreneurs: alone, together. So alone, you're just a little duckling, you're probably gonna fail, right? And then together you are in a rocket towards the universe. So again, this is kind of alluring to the fact, don't try to sell, don't be in this by yourself. Try to recruit, build your team, and you guys are gonna get to the sky. So I mean, it's cringy in itself. We all know it's BS, right? So I don't think there's a lot of need to speak on that. I'm sorry, this might feel a little bit rushed. It's because my lunch was late because I was talking to my boss and yeah, I had to cook quickly and I'm very hungry, so I have like half an hour to do everything, less than half an hour now. So sorry if it feels a little bit rushed, but next one's gonna be better. Next one is a reel. Again, copyright, so I'm just going to play the reel and read what it says. 3 ways that I would love to help you. Feel more confident about your skin and face. Second one, fuel your body so you feel amazing and have more energy. Third one, build a second income stream so you can live the life of your dreams on your own terms. And then she's got a nice little caption here. It says, I'm here to share, educate, and help you. That's it. I have always loved helping others. 10 years in nonprofit for proof. And I get to do that with the incredible products and business opportunity I'm aligned with. Okay, first of all, 10 years in nonprofit for proof. I can say that I worked 10 years in nonprofit and say it's proof, but how can you prove that I actually did it, that I'm not lying on social media? Second of all, even if she did work in nonprofit for so long and then she decided to turn to an MLM, is even more sad. You gotta ask yourself, like, are these people just scammers and liars, or is it the money? Do they get greedy? Like, what is going on? So like I said, it's even more sad if she actually was working in nonprofit and then she chose to join a pyramid scheme. In my own opinion, would you love to feel and look younger or have more confidence in your skin? Would you like to feel healthier inside and out, have less bloating, manage weight, learn how to live a balanced, healthy lifestyle? Do you dream of more but don't know how to make it a reality? Are you looking for additional income, more time with your family, travel? If any of these resonate with you, let's chat. If it's not for you, that's totally cool, but what if what I have to offer is the blessing you have been praying for? It doesn't hurt to learn more. So like, if it's not for you, it's cool, but you should still message me, or I'm gonna still cold message you to try and sell you this. So we love that. We love the passive aggressiveness. Again, like all of the things that she said, she covered pretty big field of people. I'm sure some people would like to live healthier, some people would like to lose weight, some people would like to travel, some people would like to stay at home with their families. So she made sure to cover a big group of people with this one post, one very short post anyway. But yeah, in reality, we know you're not. And like, I don't know, I haven't tried Arbonne. If you've tried Arbonne products, can you tell me what you thought about them? Were they any good? I personally haven't tried the products, but I do hear sometimes people saying, oh, but they have good products or whatever. But then you're like, that's not the point. Like, even if some of the MLMs, yeah, they do have good products. Some of them. Not Monat, for example, but some of them might have good products, but that's not the point. Point is that they are MLMs, they're preying on vulnerable people, it's an unethical business practices, and we do not want to support companies like that. Regardless if their products is the best in the world. We still wouldn't want to support non-ethical businesses, right? Or is that just me and my own opinion? I feel like I have to say my own opinion for everything because it is my own opinion. Okay, so this one says, keep shining, boo. We all have those people who won't celebrate us publicly on a post or your success for whatever reason, but they sure are watching everything you post on your stories. Your stories. Hey girl, I see you. Keep up the good work. We are all women. Let's encourage one another and lift one another up. Lift one another. This was a part of, I think the reel was in my last top MLM fails, where the girl said only 10 likes on your pictures, but when you post stories, there's like 300 views. I don't personally think that's something to brag about. If you have like 300 people watching your stories and then only 10 of those people are sporty and actually like you, I really don't think that's something to brag about. That a lot of people dislike you. I don't know what's going on with my hands today. Also, it doesn't make any sense when they make like statements about Instagram and stuff, because people are just scrolling through stories. It doesn't have to mean that all of those 300 people are specifically watching your stories because they're interested. They might just be scrolling randomly and your stories were next in line. It just doesn't make any sense. Next one is another reel.
Ooh, this is nice. Girl, this orange is you right here? Okay. They don't smell like roaches in here or nothing.
It's a funny voiceover, but yeah, so I guess they are on a company trip. I mean, the girl, and then she brought her man with her. I always wondered how all those influencers made money traveling the world and getting free products and free trips. That was until I met this company. Now I'm walking into my ooh so fancy suite on my 10th all expense paid trip in 3 years. I'm one of those girls now traveling the world, making an income from Wi-Fi, earning all expense paid trips, earning the free products, and even earning a paid for car. Hey, you could be too. Jump in and you could be on the next trip with me. No big following or big investment necessary. This is again an MLM hun calling herself an influencer. Shocker. But this is she is pretty big, I would say. She is probably one of the top coaches. So many lies in this post that it's just crazy. I literally don't have time to go through all of them, but anyway, so she says earn income from Wi-Fi. Technically, everyone earns income from Wi-Fi. I earn my income with my full-time job on Wi-Fi because I'm connected to my Wi-Fi. So earning all expense paid trips, they are not fully paid for the trips that they earn. Earning a paid for car, again, The cars are not free. You just get your name on the car, but you still have to pay off the car. So yeah, it's not free. No big following or investment necessary. No big following. You will be successful if you have a bigger following. We've been through that so many times before, and it's not true. You do need a bigger following to be successful. If you don't have a big following, if you join in late, you have like 99% chances of failure. So that's that. These are two Arbon, she's an Arbon Han and he's an Arbon bro, obviously, and she is his cousin, and this dude was unemployed. It was the pandemic, I think. He was unemployed, he was desperate, and his own cousin scammed him into a pyramid scheme, in my own opinion. So let's just take a look at their interview.
Brian's cousin, and he is going to just talk about, you know, his journey with Arbon so far and just different questions that I'm going to ask him just to share more about what he is doing. So let's get started with this, Brian. So what did life look like when you found Arbon?
Yes, so Arbon was first introduced to me by you. Obviously, I'd seen you like posting about it all the time and just kind of sharing what you were doing, and you had reached out to me once or twice, and I'd kind of shrugged it off initially, just because I was a little hesitant about it, which I'm sure we'll get into in a little bit. But before Arbon, it was when we were in quarantine for COVID, and I had been furloughed from my job, so I was stuck at home, unemployed, drinking whatever I wanted, eating whatever I wanted, kind of putting on that quarantine 15, as some like to say. I was just in a bad place mentally, physically. I'd stopped kind of working out, wasn't really doing what was good for myself. Just found myself in kind of a dark place. And then you'd reached out to me again, and I was like, you know what, maybe this is a sign. Maybe this is, you know, what's going to turn things around for me, get back on the right foot. So jumped in, tried the 30 days to healthy living, loved every day of it, and haven't really looked back since. But since the beginning of the new year, that's when I kind of decided to jump into the business side of things. So since January, just been kind of working my business, still using the products, and loving every second of it. So
I love that. And guys, if you caught that, I reached out to him multiple times and he kind of blew me off a little bit, but the perfect timing, you know, reaching back out. And I'm so happy that you took that leap. And I've seen such growth in you over the past couple months, and it's been amazing. And so kind of going into that, like, what were your initial thoughts, hesitations? Because I know we all have them. I had them. So what were yours? And, you know, how have you worked through them basically?
Yeah, so one of my biggest hesitations was that I had done, you know, this kind of like network marketing thing with another company before a few years prior. And going into it, my main focus was really just like trying to make some extra money. I wasn't really that focused on like what I was putting in people's hands. I was more so just focused on getting it in their hands so that I could make some extra money. And it ultimately stopped doing it just because I started to realize it, and I was like, this isn't what I want to be doing. So that was one of my biggest hesitations, that I didn't want to just kind of fall into that cycle. I wanted to be kind of doing this for the right reasons. And I wanted to be sure that I was going to be doing it for the right reasons before I jumped into it with you. So getting into it, I was wanting to help other people. I'm an athletic trainer. I'm a strength conditioning coach. So this kind of stuff just kind of folds seamlessly into what I already do. And I kind of went into it looking at it as another way that I can help people on their health, fitness, wellness journey, while also, doing what I love, which is athletic training and strength and conditioning. So I would say, the whole network marketing thing was one of my biggest hesitations going into it, and also just like the quality of the products. So that's something I've started to look at a ton with like the food I eat and the things I put in my body, just because I've kind of grown in my knowledge on nutrition and stuff. So the company I'd worked with prior, it wasn't quality stuff. I mean, it wasn't things that today I'd be like, oh, I'm going to use this every day. So I also wanted to make sure that, you know, all the stuff I was going to be using and giving to other people was going to be quality stuff, which it has been. So now Arbonne's a company I can fully stand behind, and I will till I'm blue in the face. I mean, their quality is it's second to none. So those are probably the two biggest things for me.
I love that. And honestly, we share what we love. Like, we use these products every day. I probably use over 20 products a day, probably close to 50, to be honest. And that's all we do. We just share what we love and what we use, and we recommend them. And we want other people, you know, sharing what we're using, because we know that it's good for us. And we want other people to also make those switches to a healthier and a cleaner brand. So I love that. About your hesitations, and then, you know, what you found out about this company. So what has surprised you the most since joining Arbonne?
I think the biggest thing for me has been kind of the community that comes along with it. Coming into it, I knew that like there wasn't a lot of guys that did Arbonne and kind of worked the business, and that was kind of something I was hesitant to as well. But now that I've kind of put myself out there more and like have engaged in our groups more and things like that, like I've totally seen just like the impact that this company has on the people using it, and the impact that all those people have on each other, and just lifting each other up, bringing out the best in each other. And it's been really awesome. It's now that like I'm following a bunch of you guys on Instagram and seeing what everyone posts and the things we have to share, and it's all just really positive vibes and just bringing out the best in people. And it's cool because I haven't met a single person yet, but like it feels like a family. It feels like, you know, we're all really good friends, which is a cool thing to kind of experience. So
I love it. And I cannot wait until now things are starting to slowly move back in person. And I cannot wait until you just get to meet everyone in person, because it's that feeling of like you're virtual and then you get to just see them all and you're like, I feel like I already know you. And
right.
Men out there, like, we want men to join Arbonne. We want more men in Arbonne. Like, that is the goal. We love having Brian on the team. Everyone's like, there's a male on our team. And we get so excited. Because you bring a different energy, you bring something different to the table, and each person, you know, that's what you bring. And that is what we love about having you on our team with us, is what you bring to the table as a person and how you lift other people up. So I love that so much. And the community is like one of the best things ever. So from someone hearing about Arbonne for the first time, can you tell us who we are, or like what we stand for as a company?
Yeah, I mean, going back to what I just said, I think the community is like a huge part of what we're about, and just bringing out the best in the people that work for Arbonne and the people that use the products. I think quality is the standard with our company. We're not worried about just pushing out product to people and getting out as much as we can. I mean, they go through a lot of processes before they put stuff out to people to make sure that, you know, it's something that's quality, it's held to a high standard. And I know, like, for me personally, it's just brought out like the best in me, specifically like our community and just everything that comes along with using Arbonne's products and stuff. So that's been like a huge change for me in my life, looking from like before I started Arbonne and like now that I am using it, and just like creating a healthy lifestyle inside and out. You know, I like that the company doesn't only focus on like what we're putting into our body, but it focuses on what you're putting on your body as well. Being an athletic trainer and strength and conditioning, like I took anatomy and stuff, and like one of the things you learn in anatomy is that the skin is the biggest organ in your body. So like thinking about that and then like what I'm putting on it, it's like I should probably be treating our biggest organ with like
Yeah.
good.
I think we've heard enough of that. Like, basically, the point of all this is like, I was personally shocked when he said he was laid off from his job because of COVID. He was depressed, he was unhappy, he was unemployed, and his own cousin recruited him when he was at his most vulnerable. And as someone who was unemployed for a year and a half because of COVID, and I was depressed and I was sad and I was vulnerable, I was almost dragged into Arbonne and Beachbody when I was at my most vulnerable, but thankfully that's when I found the anti-MLM community. So as someone who's been through that, I cannot imagine if my cousin came in and she like recruited me into Avon or something. She used to be a consultant for Avon. So is this lady brainwashed herself? Maybe she doesn't know what she's doing. Maybe she really thought she was helping him, but sometimes it's hard to tell, like if they're brainwashed or if they're just evil and they know that they're scamming people, they're doing it on purpose. Just to do it to a family. I mean, I know they do it to family members. Like family members are the first people they try to recruit anyway, but it's just messed up. She gave a little hint in there. She was like, see, I reached out to him multiple times. He said no. And then the third or fourth or 50th time when I came back, he was in the right mindset. He was vulnerable enough to say yes to me. So she was kind of giving an indirect hint to the people watching, being like, don't be ashamed to reach out multiple times. Don't be ashamed to spam people over and over again until they say yes, which is like, are you fucking serious? She also said one thing, that she uses like up to 50 products a day. And I was thinking like, okay, you have makeup, skincare, supplements. What? Why do you need up to 50 products a day? Isn't that a little bit much? If she thought up to 50 supplements, that's absolutely insane, because there is no need to take that many supplements. That's insane. And before taking any vitamins and stuff like that, you should probably do a blood test, check with your doctor. Just don't take anything with like self-medicating and taking anything by yourself just because you think you might be lacking something. Other than that, like, yeah, protein powder can help you get better results if you're lifting weight, and then maybe a pre-workout if you feel exhausted, if you feel like you need caffeine, maybe like vitamin C or something, or multivitamin. But like, what else do you need? There's no need for having so many supplements every day. That was really strange. But anyway, I'm out of time, so I have to wrap that up here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. As always, thanks to all my Instagram friends for your continuous support. If you're not following me on Instagram and if you want to check me out, the link is gonna be down below. And again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.